I have put in conjunction and cooperation with the Ministry of Education from grade 7 to grade 12, in the syllabus, the subject of environment. And that's going to be printed this year for 2010. We have got now a Department of Environmental Studies at Kabul University, and I want to expand that to all the other major cities on a university level. You see, we have to become self-reliant. We have to become self-sufficient. We have to love this planet. This is the only place that we live. This is the only home that we have. This is called Mother Earth, as I said in my speech, acceptance speech last night. And our mother is crying. Our mother is shedding tears. We have to wipe her tears. How do we wipe her tears? Is by becoming responsible citizens and using the resources in a sustainable and responsible manner. But public awareness, education is the key for the future. Yes, you can tweet. Yes, you can have your Facebooks. But as the president of the Maldives said, that's not enough. I think that the young generation is getting away. The young people today are getting away from nature. Get closer to nature. We live in virtual worlds. I had, in 1984, when I was just entering university, I remember I thought, wow, this new computer, which only had 16 bytes of memory, and we used to use the old system. It was on magnetic tape with a monochrome screen. I mean, the world, you're right, has come a long, long way since then. That was 20-something odd years ago. But the principles stay the same, just the technologies change. For instance, in my country, we have 300 out of 365 days in a year, we have 300 days of pure sunshine. We can use solar energy. We have a season, it's called the wind season, which lasts for 120 days in Western Afghanistan. We can make use of wind energy. We can make use of geothermal energy. For instance, Afghanistan, we are educating people. It's got one of the world's largest copper mines, and the country just signed its largest commercial contract in its history with the People's Republic of China. And it's a contract that's going to last for the next 35 years. Every night when I go to bed, I think what's going to happen in 35 years' time. So we have to think far ahead, not just for tomorrow, not just for next week, and next month, and next year. We have to look towards where are we going to be in 25 years' time? Where are we going to be in 50 years' time? And again, education is the key to that. And you have to challenge your colleagues. What are you doing for the environment? What are your friends doing for the environment? How can you save the environmental degradation, at least here? And I've seen some of them have taken place here as well. It's not unique in the world. So we have to work collectively, jointly as humanity, as brothers and sisters, regardless of race, regardless of religion, regardless of our social status, regardless of these things, to put our hands together as a chain and work together to solve the global problems of which Mother Earth, our only planet, is facing. So I do agree with you, and when you have time, I'll invite you to Kabul University, and maybe you can give a good lecture there. I was very impressed. Thank you very much.
If I may just follow up on the Prince's point, and sir, sitting here in Korea, throughout a generation, within a generation, this country has moved from being a developing country to become a developed country. In a very short period of time, within a generation. So I understand your issue of how obsolete education systems can be. I totally agree with you how slow governments are. Governments are very often so bogged down in the process, they forget about the substance. In a sense, the process overtakes the substance. Now, this whole idea of the process is, again, because of the democratic structures that we have taken upon ourselves. Now, to be transparent, for instance, if my government wants to sell an island, we have to go through so many bidding documents and processes. Now, just simply to make it transparent so that someone else will not tell me that I have robbed the country, or it has been fixed, or someone else has been given a contract. So there is that, that issue of trying to fine-tune how we may be able to shorten certain processes. In terms of the development of curriculum and how syllabuses should be developed, I totally agree with you. You are probably still, in my country, the last time we changed the syllabus was back in 1984. When we came into government, we thought, okay, well, let's have a look at the syllabus. Now, of course, it was very archaic and obsolete. And now we have to change the syllabus. Now, the process, apparently, of changing the syllabus is taking 3 years. Now, again, this is for consultation and consultation and Now, another nightmare is in multilateral organizations, the World Bank, the IMF, the UN agencies, and all that. That is, again, the whole long winding process with very little substance in it. Finally, at the end of the day, we totally forget about what we're trying to do, and the only thing that we are worried about is the process. Now, I'm afraid UNFCCC is one such thing. For the last 16 years, they've been going on talking and talking and talking with no substance coming out of it. World Trade Organization. WTO process has been going on since I was born. And we are still talking on it. And now, in terms of what we may be able to do in environment, we have, the science is telling us that we have a window of opportunity of not more than 10 years. The way that we are going in COP16 and Conference of Parties, the way they are going about it, we're trying to find the lowest common denominator. And so by the time at the end of the day, when we actually find agreement, it's worthless because it is the lowest common denominator. There's no ambition in it. So I very much agree with you, there is the need for radical change in thinking, in how we educate the young, how we run the schools, how we feed our people, and how we do everything. Now, for you, the burden is much more, I say, because you live in a country, in a society where it has been so successful that within a generation, it has been able to leapfrog, jump to become an industrial country. So I also therefore believe, I come to Korea believing this, that if there is a solution, a ready-made solution or a quicker solution for climate change, it will also probably come from a society such as this, where radical change is possible.
Fantastic. I'm told that we're running out of time, but the questions are so smart. I was going to have them do a closing statement, but why don't I get one more question? Yes, that lady in the third row.